Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tech It Out. This is episode 211 on this first weekend of September. I'm wishing you all a great fall. And thank you for tuning into this show that aims to not only celebrate technology, but my goal is also to help demystify it. As the announcer said, I aim to break down geek speak into street speak. And we do have a great show planned for you this hour with 5 different guests. We're going to learn about tech, helping those with disabilities finding gainful employment. Tech expert Amber Mack will share some back-to-school gadget ideas, and we'll learn about a free math app for students called Maple Calculator. We'll hear all about gaming desks with NTENSE, and an app called Optimity that rewards you for reaching your self-improvement goals. All of this and more on an all-new Tech It Out, powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible, which I'll tell you more about shortly, but let's kick off the show with our first interview. Computer gaming is red hot right now, and perhaps almost as much fun as playing the games is customizing your setup with accessories, like a new monitor, a mouse, a keyboard, colored lighting, speakers, a game controller, and yes, even gaming furniture to help you get the most out of your interactive entertainment. We're now going to learn about NTENSE gaming desks with Kevin McGowan. He's Director of Product Development at Ameriwood Home. Welcome to the show, Kevin. Good to chat with you.
Hi, Mark. It's good to be here today.
Awesome. Now, before we talk about NTENSE, and just for our listeners, it's spelled NTENSE, and it's all capitalized. How big is PC gaming right now? It is red hot, isn't it?
Yeah, PC gaming is huge. It's with an estimated global worth of over $45 billion this year. Mm-hmm. And the majority of gamers in the U.S. are aged between 18 and 34. Almost half of the gaming market is represented by females, and local cities are adding gaming rooms to their community centers, and more colleges are opening up to esport competitions and scholarships. You really can't be hard on those kids anymore for gaming all day. Twitch and YouTube have become platforms for players to make a living with large viewerships. Global esports had almost 500 million viewers in 2020. And even the Olympics hosted their very first virtual esports events. So the gaming market is really red hot. Mm-hmm.
And with that in mind, there are so many different accessories that a PC gamer could buy. I listed off just a couple in my intro. What does a gaming desk bring to the table? Pardon the pun.
I asked myself, what do gamers look for in furnishings? And the overall size and the shape of the desk, they need to fit into the allocated space available. But it also must hold multiple monitors, components, towers. Adjustable work surface is also important, allowing the user to sit or stand based on their needs. Fun features like LED light kits to showcase the gamer's individual style, durable surfaces, and well-crafted and thoughtful accessories. Storage is important. Gamers are looking for adjustable shelves, hooks, multiple sized openings for components like consoles and soundbars, speakers, and other accessories. They want a gaming desk that is an extension of their personality with a function as top priority.
Awesome. All right. So at a high level, tell us about the NTENSE gaming desks from Ameriwood Home.
Our NTENSE gaming desk include headphone hangers, cup holders, and USB charging hubs. They offer space for multiple monitors and accommodate monitor mounting arms. Wire management is very important to us. We spend a lot of time developing for this. NTENSE designs, including both gaming desk and TV stands, have a similarity and continuity in their design language. Our products have a durable painted surfaces and steel legs or design elements. Common finishes are black or white, and we encourage our customers to further personalize their NTENSE products using our multicolored LED kits.
Okay, so that's like an extra thing that you can pick up if you want.
It's included in almost all of our NTENSE products.
Very cool. So one that I saw online, and just, full transparency, I haven't seen one in person yet, is the NTENSE Extreme Gaming Desk. Let's hear a little bit more about that one.
The design language on our NTENSE Extreme Gaming Desk has angular sleek lines. It's offered in both black and white. It has a riser feature for monitors, which we have found gamers to enjoy. The riser allows for a clean desktop surface and optimal space for PC gaming with keyboard and mouse. An LED light kit is mounted under the riser to project the light glow on the desktop surface. The multicolored LED kit is customizable with included remote. Like all our NTENSE gaming desks, this one features a cup holder and headphone hook that can be mounted in various locations. Mm-hmm. Also included is a USB power port on the Modesty panel. A hidden shelf on the back accommodate power strips and wire management. And the desk is near 54 inches wide. It's big enough to fit 2 monitors. And so far, it's the most popular desk in the NTENSE lineup among our gaming community.
All right, so when you say it has a riser, if I see this photo correctly, it's like 2 tiers. So
that's correct.
Yeah, so on the main part of the desk, you can put your mouse and your keyboard, maybe your your speakers or whatever, and then the higher tier at the back, the riser, is where you'd put your monitor and maybe a few other things.
That's right. You could elevate the monitors a little higher and keep that desktop open.
Got it. How much does the NTENSE Extreme Gaming Desk start at?
The Extreme Gaming Desk with riser is sold at major e-commerce retailers, including Amazon and Walmart, in the $250 range.
Okay. And again, you can choose black or white. The white would probably be sweet with those LED lights, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so. Absolutely.
Awesome. We are chatting with Kevin McGowan. He's Director of Product Development at Ameriwood Home. They're the company behind the brand NTENSE. They've got these gaming desks for PC gamers as well as console gamers, I should add. Let's now chat about the NTENSE Genesis adjustable gaming desk. Kind of gives it a bit away there, but tell us about it.
Just like the Extreme Desk, the NTENSE Genesis desk includes many of the same features found. And our customers love the LED lighting kits, the gaming accessory holders, and the USB ports. The design language continues with the aggressive angular aesthetic. Unique to this design is the ability to assemble the desk at 3 different heights. We have a standing height of 40 inches, a 36-inch counter height, which can be used with a counter height stool, and a 29-inch seating height. From research data, we've learned that numerous gamers enjoy the option of standing or sitting, and this design is offered in both black and white with the black metal legs.
All right, so it's an adjustable desk. Is it something that you can keep adjusting on the fly, or once you set it, like, hey, I like a standing desk, full stop, then that's it? Or is...
The customer will then choose when assembling the desk which height that they prefer.
Okay, got it. And you also mentioned it does include that LED lighting kit as the Extreme Desk does?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I knew about the cup holder and I knew about the cable management. I knew about the USB ports on the, I think you call it the Modesty panel. It's like closest to you. So you can just plug in your game controllers and things like that to charge up your smartphone.
That's correct. Yeah. It's kind of on the front, a little bit underneath the desk. It's very accessible.
And how much does the NTENSE Genesis adjustable gaming desk cost?
The Genesis adjustable gaming desk is sold at our major e-commerce retailers, including Amazon and Walmart, in the $200 range.
Oh, it's less than the Extreme gaming desk. Interesting. Okay. And before we wrap up, Kevin, what's next for NTENSE?
We've been looking at the Xbox Series X and the PS5, and they are very large gaming consoles. We've had to develop entirely new TV stands because nothing current could fit these new machines. The PS5 is over 15 inches tall.
Yeah, it's a beast, yeah.
It's massive. So most of our customers, they want to show off their gaming consoles in the standing orientation. Mm-hmm. So we had to reimagine what does gaming furniture look like to complement these larger consoles. And we also put a big focus on hidden wire management. So when you look at our products, you don't see all the wire pass-through holes on the back panel. Our designs are thoughtful, and we methodically hid where the wires escape to power up all those gaming consoles, TV, soundbar, and other accessories. We chose to designate a location for the power strip. This is hidden behind where you can store not just the power strip, but contain all the wiring for your electronics. Also, Our customers have been waiting for the drop of our new gaming L desks, and we're excited to see how gamers put those into use. Those are available now. And we've also engaged in a new idea of an arcade gaming stand. And this leads into the nostalgia of trend that is sweeping social media and all the retro gaming systems that have been released for the past several years. The intention is a sit-stand approach in a vertical stand design, and it fits a 32-inch TV. The height is perfect for counter height stool. Just like in classic arcades, you can set up numerous video gaming consoles, old or new. It purposely works well for small living space. Or we recognize since the pandemic, there has been a decrease in outings. We wanted to bring the arcade experience right into your home by giving you the option to place multiple units side by side. When I was designing the gaming arcade stand, I wanted something that reflected my own memories at the arcades. And with our arcade gaming stand, I can share those. I can make new memories with my own kids. And it's actually available for purchase now. It's called the Genesis Arcade Stand.
All right. And is there a website, Kevin, where we can learn more about all of these products?
Yeah, the best place to find out more is on our NTENSE store on Amazon. You can also follow us on Instagram. NTENSE_furniture is the handle.
All right. Great to chat with you, Kevin. Thanks for your time. Sounds great. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mark. You too.
When we return on Tech It Out, we're going to learn about a free math app called Maple Calculator and what it can do that other calculator apps can't. Perfect for back to school time. We'll be right back. Stick with us for more Tech It Out.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. This show is powered by ASUS, the company that creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life, including its line of award-winning laptops and desktops, which you can see at asus.com/us/radio. Perfect for back to school season. That's asus.com/us/radio. In particular, you should check out their ZenBooks and VivoBooks. Awesome stuff. All right, let's continue on with this show. With the kids heading back to school, math is one of those subjects that can be quite challenging for any age. But thankfully, there are some accessible tech tools that students can rely on for some help. And one of them, called Maple Calculator, is a powerful math solver and versatile math learning app that gives you answers, 2D and 3D graphs, and even step-by-step solutions. Joining us to chat is Karishma Punwani. She's an engineer, a mom, and director of academic product management at MapleSoft. Welcome, Karishma. Good to chat with you.
Good to chat with you as well, Mark. Thank you for having me.
Sure. Now, before we learn about Maple Calculator, please tell us a bit about your work, yourself, and the company MapleSoft.
So MapleSoft is a Canadian company that provides math software and services for educators, engineers, and researchers. We also provide a variety of learning tools, and you mentioned it, the free Maple Calculator app and Maple Learn, to really help students, parents, and just consumers at all levels solve math problems and develop an intuition for mathematical concepts. From NASA to Sony to Airbus, MapleSoft's math engine helps organizations push the boundaries of innovation to create products and solutions that improve our lives and make a difference in the world around us. Now, when it comes to education, we have over 30 years experience working with educators to bring software to the classroom. And my role as Director of Academic Products, I spend a good portion of my day working with educators to ensure they have the tools, the resources, the support they need to teach, whether it be in person or online. We believe that math matters, and that's a major reason why I joined the company.
Hashtag math matters. Love it.
That's right.
Now let's hear about the Maple Learn platform and what makes it unique.
So Maple Learn is a digital math notebook on steroids. It allows you to work through a problem step by step, just as you would on paper. But unlike paper, you can also ask it to perform tedious intermediate steps for you, plot and manipulate 2 and 3 graphs so you can get a better sense of the problem, to do a quick side calculation to double check a step, and to verify the final answer. And it does all of the above without the user needing to know about syntax or commands. And as for your question about what makes it unique, I think there's 2 things. The math that it can handle. Maple Learn is powered by the Maple Math Engine, and it can handle a wide variety of problems. So you think of factoring, basic algebra, calculus, differential equations. And the second thing is, while there are other tools that can be used to graph or to get a solution, there's no single tool that lets you put all your work and thinking together in a single document that you can share with others.
How does a student share their work with, say, a teacher or a tutor that they're working with, or maybe to share among classmates if they need help?
Yeah, all you have to do, there's a big share icon right in the product. All you have to do is click on it and it gives you a link to your document. And then you can send it through any of your social platforms or through emails. I mean, what I love about this is I remember when I was a student, trying to verbally explain something over the telephone to one of my peers. Or now, as a tutor, people would send me photos of their handwritten work in the hopes that I could make it out. And here it's just send me a link. I can see everything. It's all digital.
We're chatting with Karishma Poonwani. This is the company that has some math tools, including one we're going to learn about now, the Maple Calculator. Is this part of the Maple Learn platform?
So yes and no. So the Maple Calculator is a standalone product. And so as you mentioned in the intro, right, it's a powerful math solver that gives you answers, 2 and 3D graphs, and step-by-step solutions. And it can help you from simple calculations or university-level math problems. And kind of like Maple Learn, the Maple Calculator can handle almost any type of math that you throw at it. And one of my favorite features, I should say, of the Maple Calculator is the ability to use your phone's camera to take a picture of your handwritten math and get an instant solution. And you asked about the relationship. Maple Calculator and Maple Learn are separate products, but they work together. Let's say you've worked through a problem with pencil and paper and noticed that your answer is wrong, but aren't sure why. You can use the Maple Calculator to take a picture of your full handwritten solution, so all of the steps, and you send it immediately to Maple Learn, where you can uncover mistakes, explore further, or even share your work with others if you're stumped.
Awesome. Now, Karishma, I think you've already answered this, but what age group would you say that Maple Calculator was for specifically? Is it more for high school and college, university age?
Yeah, that's a great question. I get it all the time. And I would say I'd answer this question a little bit differently. I'd say between the Calculator, Learn, and our flagship product, Maple, our products can help students from high school all the way to university and beyond. So what I love is all of these products kind of interact with each other. And so as a student kind of in high school might start with the Maple Calculator when they're first learning about lines. And then maybe they move to Maple Learn as they begin to explore concepts in algebra or data science or finance or calculus. And then eventually they'll graduate to Maple in college or university for their advanced math courses. So, the short answer is high school, as early as I would say even grade 7, all the way up, university and beyond.
Awesome. As we wrap up, how much does Maple Learn cost? And same with the Maple Calculator if you're looking to use that separately.
Yeah, easiest question of all, Mark. So the Maple Calculator, completely free. Anyone who's interested can download it from the Google Play or Apple App Stores. And you don't even have to sign up to start using it. Just download it and go. And Maple Learn has 2 tiers, a free tier and a premium tier. And like the Maple Calculator, anyone can start using Maple Learn immediately without having to sign up. And one thing just for any instructors or educators who are listening out there, if you're interested in using Maple Learn in your classroom, you can get a premium license for free. You can go straight to our maplesoft.com website and just navigate to the product pages for Maple Calculator and Maple Learn to learn more.
All right, Karishma Poonwani, great to chat with you. Congrats on the success of Maple Calculator and Maple Learn as a whole. Have a great rest of your summer. Thanks again.
Thank you, Mark.
We'll be right back with more Tech It Out.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Hey, you're listening to Tech It Out on the Radio America Network. Thanks for tuning in. About 1 in 4 adults in the U.S., or about 61 million Americans, have a disability that impacts major life activities, according to the CDC. Especially as we continue on the road to economic recovery coming out of COVID, it's vital that everyone, including people with disabilities, as well as veterans, have access to employment. In fact, according to a recent report from Accenture, the GDP could get a boost of up to $25 billion if just 1% more of persons with disabilities join the U.S. labor force. And so we're now going to learn about No Barriers, a nonprofit dedicated to empowering people with disabilities, veterans, and youth to overcome adversity. A summit is taking place right now in Keystone, Colorado, as well as online. And to tell us all about it, right from the event is Dave Sherna of No Barriers USA. And we're also joined by Dennis Molinas. He is the VP of Global Accessibility Business Support for Wells Fargo Fargo and Company. Welcome, gentlemen. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much for having us.
Sure. So, Dave, why don't we start with you? Tell us about yourself and what the No Barriers Summit is all about.
Yeah, well, I started No Barriers with a small team of folks nearly 20 years ago, and the No Barriers Summit is our marquee annual event. It's both in person here in Colorado, but also globally broadcast over the course of 3 days for virtual participation. So we're going to have hundreds of people here, and we'll actually have an estimated 1.5 million people tuning in virtually over the course of the next 3 days. And what the summit is about is it's about helping people discover this idea that what's within us is stronger than what's in our way. It helps people who face adversity and struggle tap into the knowledge that we have inside of us that we can get through it. And we use a curriculum that we've been doing for 20 years, helping people that face tremendous barriers in their life break through them and kind of develop a new vision and a new hope and optimism for the struggles that they're going through.
That's awesome. And is the decision, by the way, to have a hybrid event because of COVID, or is it because you want to reach as many people as possible, or the fact that people that you're looking to reach with this summit may not be able to attend the event in person?
What a great question. You know, we'd never done virtual summits until COVID hit. And what we realized when we did our first one last year with the support of Wells Fargo and our generous sponsors who made us go global is that there are so many people who need this message and need the tools to break through adversity. And so it was really sparked by COVID. And this is our first year, too, that we're simulcasting the entire event in Spanish and American Sign Language. So a lot of the people who are from our community could never make it all the way to Colorado. And what we found is that now we can access millions of people in their homes who need this message and need the tools to break through the challenges that they're facing.
Now, Dennis, speaking of Wells Fargo and Company, what's the tie to No Barriers Summit? I think you're a sponsor of the summit, but please elaborate. And why do you think inclusion is a vital part of the country's economic recovery plan?
Sure. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, so Wells Fargo has actually been a proud partner with No Barriers since 2014, and we've actually been a sponsor of the No Barriers Summit since 2019. You know, we're very proud to sponsor with them. We have a shared vision of inclusivity, and talking about why is it an imperative for people with disabilities to be included in employment. Mm-hmm. Well, you just mentioned, according to that report by Accenture, Getting to Equality, if 1% of all people with disabilities were to join the workforce, that's a $25 billion increase in GDP. That represents a great source of talent and untapped potential. And so it's not just the right thing to do, but it's also a business imperative for all companies to really increase their disability recruiting outreach.
That's great. And how many people, Dennis, with disabilities are currently unemployed at this time? I mean, that's an amazing stat that you shared about what kind of a boost the GDP could have if only 1% of folks with disabilities join the U.S. labor force. So how many are we talking about here?
Yeah, so according to the Department of Labor, the unemployment rate for people with disabilities is about twice that of people without disabilities. And if you consider people between the ages of 16 to 64, about 30% of people with disabilities are in the workforce, compared with about 75% of people who don't have a disability who are in the workforce. So when you think about numbers, according to the Department of Labor in 2020, people between the ages of 16 to 64, that represents just about 10 million people, with disabilities who are currently not in the workforce.
And Dave, No Barriers caters to, of course, people with disabilities, but I understand veterans as well. But is it veterans with a disability or all veterans?
We do focus on veterans with disabilities in our programs, but we do have programs for other veterans who don't have disabilities. But the primary focus of No Barriers is people who have some major challenge that they're facing in life. I would say for the summit that we're hosting here, about 50% of our attendees will have either a disability or be supporting someone with disabilities. 1 out of every 4 people in America has a disability. 1 out of every 5 people in America is a caregiver for someone who either has a disability or is sick. And so if you think about it, over 100 million people in America are in this space of either having a disability or supporting someone who has a challenge. And those people need support, right? They need a way to have kind of this confidence that they can get through whatever struggle that they're facing and redevelop their passion for the future that they might kind of envision for themselves. And that's what the summit's all about.
So I know you're at the No Barriers Summit right now, Dave, but all year round, what does No Barriers look to achieve all year round?
Yeah, so we are here at the summit, and if your listeners are excited and they want to hear and see what this is all about, they can actually still go to nobarriers.live and sign up to see the recorded events. But throughout the year, what No Barriers does is we are offering experiences and programs for the different populations that we serve. These are both online and in person. So, for example, throughout the rest of the year, we'll be hosting in-person expeditions for veterans where we take them in the outdoors to help them connect with fellow veterans who have disabilities and use over the course of about a week's time a curriculum that we have to help them reframe how they think about the challenges in their lives. We do expeditions and retreats for caregivers, for teachers, for kids. Online, what we do is we have monthly courses that you can take that teach our curriculum that's featured in our best-selling book, What's Within You. And we go through that curriculum so that you can apply it to your own life, and you can do it in a dynamic online environment. Don't think of this as sort of sitting and just watching videos on TV. These are actual instructor-led courses where you join Zoom calls and you meet fellow people who might have challenges like you, and you can help start to reframe your approach to the challenges that you face.
All right, so the websites again are nobarriersusa.org as well as nobarriers.live. Keep up the great work, Dave, and Dennis, thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the summit.
Thank you so much for having us.
Stay with us. A lot more Tech It Out coming right up.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Check it out. Hosted by Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out, powered by ASUS. ASUS creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life, including its line of award-winning laptops and desktops, monitors, smartphones, smartwatches, tablets, and much more. Plus, they have a gaming division called ROG, or Republic of Gamers, with some awesome gear as well. For those in search of incredible, head over to asus.com/US/radio for more info. That's asus.com/US/radio. Wouldn't it be nice to be rewarded for improving yourself in some fashion? You know, like exercising or meditating more or getting your finances under control. All right, yeah, perhaps self-improvement should be enough of a reward, but what if you could also earn gift cards to places that you like to shop at? Well, we're going to now learn about an app called Optimity with the company's CEO, Jane Wang. Welcome to the show, Jane.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Sure, likewise. So why don't we dive right in? At a high level, what is Optimity all about?
Well, Optimity is a wellness app that rewards our users for integrating really healthy, awesome habits into their lifestyle through behavior science and gamification. So the users get points for accomplishing tasks like exercise, meditation, eating healthier, or just learning and budgeting. And then they can cash all those points that they get in for retail rewards, like a gift card at a place that they'd like to go.
All right. It sounds simple and a great idea. So you mentioned gamification. So is this designed to replace other, let's call them gamified fitness tools like a Fitbit? Or are you going after that same crowd that may also wear like an activity tracker on their wrist? I know this is not just for fitness.
Yes, they would be one of the pillars that we have. So for example, we have 5 pillars altogether. The first one is of physical health. So if you do have a Fitbit or you have an Apple Watch, you get double rewarded. So you just connect your Apple or Fitbit account into Optimity, and then it's all automatically synced in the background. So that one is really good. And then the other pillars are about nutrition, financial wellness, social connectedness is really good. We also encourage people to stay connected because you live longer if you have great support system for you, as well as nutrition, which is a big one. Nutrition, mental health are 2 key pillars that I've seen really grow over the last 5 years. So we work with partners, and if you're using meditation apps or other practices, we can sync into those as well.
Yeah, so that sort of leads me to my next question. So some of these, I understand you synchronize with other platforms like Apple Watch or Fitbit, which is great, or some meditation apps. But for the other ones that are a little bit harder to track, is it sort of based on the honor system? Like if you ate a salad for lunch instead of a hamburger, do you just like type that in and get rewarded in that respect?
Yeah, you can type that in. You get a little bit of points for that, just for journaling, right? That's a good habit have it too. But we do have photos. So if you take a photo, which is more evidence that you did well. And then, of course, you have this photo journal of all the great food that you ate. And that helps you really kind of understand and get a grasp on what you're putting into your body. So we like to kind of have this escalating rung of trust, and you get points for everything that you do, because even paying attention to it will change outcomes.
All right. So you can redeem those points for real world things like a gift card. I think Amazon is one of your partners. Can you talk a bit more about how to redeem those points that you've earned?
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to redeem those points. So we partner with employers, government, insurance companies, anyone that really is a stakeholder in you living healthier, wealthier, and longer. And some of the points partners are for grocery stores or for even like gas points that you can use. We have these contests for gift cards. And of course, if you're part of an insurance program, they have this consistent stream of other benefits or even discounts that you can get. So there's more gift cards or more monetary things available for you. And then lastly, there's also ways to donate your points to charity. So of course, we support everything and anything that's preventive, but we also done stuff, for example, for Breast Cancer Society or kidney or heart disease and stuff like that. And that's really important to us.
Sounds great. We are chatting with Jane Wang, CEO of a company called Optimity, which is also the name of the app that rewards you for improving yourself in some way, shape, or form. Love it. What does Optimity mean, by the way, Jane?
It means the state of being best.
Sure. The word optimal, of course, and optimistic. So I can see where Optimity comes into play there. Now, these partnerships that you've inked brands with, like Amazon, for example, or Best Buy or something like that, is it that Optimity has purchased these gift cards on behalf of those, in this case, retailers, or are you actually working with them officially?
We do both. Mm-hmm. So we partner with brands and retailers. So it is official. So for example, in our wallet, there's an exchange point system for grocery points or sometimes the gas points. And we're like that's connected on the back end. Mm-hmm. And then also with when we give away, for example, everything from a Peloton to an Apple Watch and things like that, that is something that it's sponsored as well.
Wow. Okay. What platforms is Optimity on? Is it both for iPhone as well as Android devices?
Definitely available for iOS and Android.
If it's free, how do you monetize Optimity?
We monetize through a few different ways. We have this optional ads. So if you opt in to watch ads, that helps sponsor some of the rewards. And then we also have a premium tier that is sponsored by either an employer or a insurance company. So if you have a health or life insurance policy, sometimes you get this as an additional perk.
Just before we wrap up, Jane, it says on your website, join over 1 million humans getting healthier. Has your platform really been that successful so far?
It's about 2.6 million humans altogether. Yeah. And I'm also happy to say that we did inherit about 1 million humans from Carrot Rewards, which is a platform we acquired. And now on Optimity, it's not just by region. It's available all across Canada and the US, and they get more rewards options.
Okay, awesome. Well, hey, thanks so much for your time, Jane. Congrats on the success of Optimity to date.
Thank you so much.
When we return on Tech It Out, we're going to catch up with Amber Mack to hear what's trending when it comes to back to school gear. We'll be right back.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
We all want our kids to have a good back-to-school experience this fall, of course. And whether your son or daughter is off to kindergarten, college, or somewhere in between, joining us with her 6 top tech picks for a smooth September is my favorite tech expert, Amber Mack. Hey, Amber, can you believe it's already that time of the year again?
I honestly can't. But at the same time, I'm going to be totally honest. I'm excited for my son to go back to grade 7, which is awesome. Hard to believe. And, just to get into some routines. So today, I think we're going to chat mostly about those back to school basics and getting back to routines, because I think we all want that.
For sure. And as a parent of 3, I can relate. So speaking of basics, I would argue a laptop is the most important tool, whether the student is going into the classroom physically or studying online.
Yeah, absolutely. So Staples Canada has a bunch of options for laptops. The Asus Chromebook C204 is one that I've been playing around with for about 6 weeks. A couple things I love about this, Mark, for elementary aged kids is that it has a really great rubber bumper, so it's more durable. It has a spill-resistant keyboard. It has all-day battery life. And, it's hard to say what the price is at this moment, but last time I looked, it was under $300. So that's a pretty good deal, and it's amazing to see the price of Chromebooks these days.
All right, so staples.ca for that. And I should mention to our listeners that for all of these products, to learn about pricing and all that, you can also go to ambermac.com to see everything listed there. So, okay, a Chromebook, and I'm a big fan, by the way, of Asus, so that's great, from staples.ca. Now let's chat about an easy-to-use printer. We're not quite there yet when it comes to like a paperless home office.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, especially for parents who are printing things for school. What I love about this HP Envy 6055 all-in-one printer is that it's a scanner and a printer, but most importantly, there is a smart app. So the app lets you basically from your phone be able to print anything. So those mornings when your kids are like, Mom, I was supposed to print this off, and then it's a big pain. All of a sudden you can print from your phone, and they have this great subscription service that I'm sure you've talked about before, the Smart Ink subscription, so that when it runs low on ink or toner, it's automatically ordered if you subscribe. So I also really like that.
Right. So HP Instant Ink is pretty cool because when the printer detects it's running low on ink, it'll automatically order more to your door, which is pretty high tech. And that requires internet, of course. Almost everything we're chatting about today would require good Wi-Fi. What do you recommend in that department?
This is new from TP-Link. It's the Archer GX90. So it is a router that is built for gamers and busy online families. So first of all, when you take it out of the box, I do want to say that it has 8 antennas. It looks super cool, super futuristic. But aside from your kids loving it, because it is built for gamers and allows them to have super fast reaction times, there is also a Tether app that is totally free that allows parents to pause the internet, prioritize devices. So this is great for homework time as well as mealtime, again, as we get back to those routines.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's the TP-Link Archer GX90 router. And yeah, if you turn it upside down, it looks like a giant spider, by the way, just for fun. Speaking of fun, whether it's for a dorm room or for a family looking to spend more time indoors as the weather cools this fall, I think you've got a TV and soundbar suggestion.
Yeah, I'll do these together. So first up, we have the LG C1 TV series. This is an OLED TV series. And basically, you can think about it like this. It has self-lit pixels, so it does not require a backlight. So you have these really perfect blacks, these great colors. But I do also want to say that it comes in 5 sizes. So when you talk about a dorm room, there is a 48-inch that could be good for a dorm room, or an 83-inch that would be great for family movie time. And of course, if you pair that with the LG SP9YA soundbar, this is a great soundbar that basically uses artificial intelligence to detect the size of a room and then serve up sound based on that size. So this is great for good audio quality for your movies, but you can also cast from your favorite streaming music service to listen to music as well. So you have a really good audio experience all around.
Great pair there. We are chatting with Amber Mack. She's my favorite tech expert. We have her on the program often to talk about what's cool and now cool for school. And let's end off on something that can help you clean up after a frat party. I guess. How about an affordable cordless vacuum, I understand?
Yes. This is a subtle first gift for those students who are getting their first apartment while they're away at university. It's the Tinco A10D vacuum. Super lightweight, easy to use, has multiple brushes, also has LED headlights to better see dirt and dust. If you are cleaning up after that frat party, it will make it easier. And again, like I said, this is just kind of that subtle gift to say to that student who's off on their own that you now have to clean, and we're going to make it easy for you.
Awesome. So again, it's the Tinco, and that's spelled TINECO. And once again, if you want to see any of these products in action, if you want to read about pricing, you can head over to ambermac.com to learn more. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing with us some tech tools that make the grade. Thanks.
All right. Thanks so much for having me, Mark.
And speaking of back to school, I want to give one more shout out to Asus. They're the title sponsor on this program. They have several back to school laptops, including affordable Chromebooks. And don't forget about the importance of backups. WD hard drives and SanDisk external SSDs and thumb drives can all protect a student's work. Thank you for tuning in to Tech It Out, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll catch up with you next time for more Tech It Out. Bye-bye.